The Cybertruck sure is cool, but it does have problems and you need to know about this. So let's dive in. Welcome to another beautiful day here in rural Montana. I mean, look at this, it can't get any better. Blue skies, nice and sunny, but not too hot today, just about 70 degrees, the way we love it. So after 75 degrees out here in Montana, it gets a little too hot for us. But hey, today we need to look at this. This is a super cool truck. And you all know this is the Tesla Cybertruck. This is the Foundation Series dual motor right here. And we have had it now for a while, since the end of March. And we put a little over 5,000 miles on it. And you can see we got our trailer hooked to it. We do tow with this quite frequently. And this is basically a truck that works. This is not just a fun toy for like so many others, or just a little, I don't know, Sunday morning driver or whatever. No, we're actually working with this, and yeah, it's sturdy and it's being used. It's not a toy, so it's a truck, and trucks have to work. And so does our Cybertruck. It has to work, and it's really cool, and you get a lot of attention with it and stuff. But, you know, it does have problems, and some of those problems are really, really annoying. Others not so much, but still, there is stuff you should know before you go out and want to buy a Cybertruck, because you may have to live with some of those problems. Well, let's start with towing a trailer. Towing a trailer. Here, this is, I don't know, about 20-foot trailer, about 5,500 pounds, and we're towing this quite frequently. And it's not a problem. The Cybertruck tows like a beast. I mean, no big deal. It's got plenty of power. You don't feel the trailer being there. Hooking the trailer up is a breeze with the air suspension. I actually made a video about that, so go check that out. So yeah, that is all good. But the problem is when you're towing, your range is very limited and charging is very slow on the truck. So that's when the problem comes in. As long as we're towing locally around here within about 100 miles or so, we're good. That's no big deal. We charge up at home, we drive out to our job site, whatever, no big deal. But when you're going long distance, it sucks, because it takes an hour to charge the Cybertruck, because you got to charge to 100% all the time. So here in Montana, there are very few superchargers, and it's far in between. So we got long distances to go, we got mountain passes to go over, and it's not just here in Montana. There are other states where you just have very few superchargers, and you got to go long distances. Yes, if you're along the west coast or east coast, or maybe down south along the Mexican border there, you don't have that problem, because you got endless superchargers. So you can charge, no big deal. You make half an hour stops probably or so. But around here, it is a problem. It does not add enough range quickly enough. So with this, you have a minimum stop of 25 minutes. Usually we have to stop 45 minutes to an hour with the Cybertruck when we're towing the trailer, so that we can make it to the next charger. And this thing has a huge battery. It's a beast, 123 kilowatt hour battery. So with a 123 kilowatt hour battery, it should charge much, much faster than it actually does. It doesn't reach the speeds that our Model 3 does. Our 2018 Model 3 commonly on a version 3 supercharger ramps up to 250 kilowatts and goes full blast for quite some time. Not this. This is way too slow. They recently updated the charging curve a little bit, but not to a point where you actually notice a difference. So it is a little bit better, but it's not like it cuts 10 minutes off a charging stop or anything so like that. So it still sucks. So charging is too slow on this beast here. It needs to go much faster with this huge battery. It should be able to charge way faster than what it does currently. So that is very disappointing. So if you're towing a trailer long distance, you will have long charging stops. As I said, if you're towing local, like so many of us do, within 100 miles, not a big deal. You charge at home and then it's not a problem. But if you're going long distance, it will be a problem. If you travel just with the truck, without the trailer, then this is not so much of a problem, but still it takes longer to charge this than it does our 2018 Model 3, and this should charge much faster. Shouldn't be a problem at all, but at this point it does not. And when you're traveling, you got this huge beautiful windshield, and guess what? It collects a ton of dirt and bugs and well, you need to wash it. So you're using this big old windshield wiper with its wash function, and well, the passenger kind of doesn't like that, because up in here, this all right there, this area, it doesn't get cleaned. The passenger doesn't get the full view and benefit of this huge windshield. It is a little bit hard to see right now. It's not too bad, but basically the wiper only wipes this area right here. So all this up here, and as you're sitting straight out, you're basically looking right into this area as a passenger. And yeah, right now it's not too dirty, so it's not too bad, but it just sucks, especially if the windshield gets dirty, and it does get pretty dirty when you're traveling and collecting a lot of bugs. And in areas where we drive, we have lots of dirt roads, and so we get a lot of dust down there. And yeah, passengers don't like that too much. Now this big old wiper arm has more issues. Right now it's in park position upright. Why is it there? Well, so it doesn't catch air down here. So it's for aerodynamics, right? Usually on most cars, they're parked down here and not up there. But when this thing comes down here, and actually it will stop down here at times to keep the water down, so the water will blow off to the sides so it doesn't come straight up your windshield, which that is great. But while it's down here, oh holy crap, it makes a whole lot of noise. That creates a whole bunch of wind noise. That sucks. So again, not great. And yes, it doesn't catch the corner up there, as we already said, and because it just pivots right here. That's it. Mercedes actually decades ago had a single wiper system where it was parked down here, and then as it came up, it would actually extend into the corner, came back down, extend into the corner, and came back down in. So it was running on a pattern. And this should be the same thing here. This should be like this, and then it should extend and come back in. So Tesla has some work to do with this wiper here. And while we're at the wiper, let's go inside. I mean, there's more to this. That sucks. So, on the driver's side, well, this is clean. It wipes the whole thing. Passenger side sucks. Look at this now. There, you should be able to see it now. So the passenger just doesn't get to see anything. Now, the other problem is when you're wiping or when you're washing with the wiper, it doesn't spray on the way down. Actually, the nozzles are on the wiper arm and not down below like on so many cars. It's pretty common nowadays to have them on the wiper arm. That's fine. But this doesn't spray when the arm goes down. It only sprays when the arm comes up. So let's look at this. I'm going to press. So your wiper and washer is right there. So I'm going to press. And you can see it only does it on the way up. And then we get a bunch of blue liquid over here. And this is this weird, I don't know, Tesla windshield washer fluid. And it's kind of blue. And then after washing, look at this. Look how blue this is. It is here. It runs back down because we're not driving right now. You can maybe see it up here as well. So, but while you're driving, it blows it up here onto your roof glass too. And so then basically you got blue over there, you got blue over here, you got blue up here. It's just blue everywhere. And that actually, this particular windshield washer fluid that they're using was up here, I had a big old streak going down the roof up here, and even in the rain it wouldn't come off. I pressure washed it, but I didn't go spray straight on it. I just kind of lightly sprayed on it. It wouldn't take it off. I would actually have to scrub it at some point, and then that took it off. So the windshield washer fluid they're using is kind of weird, but it just doesn't clean the window right either. It's kind of hard to see here. Oh, you can see the streak right there. So it just doesn't get the windshield clean because it only sprays up, but it squeeges it away right away. I mean, yeah, it's kind of odd. I know why they do that it doesn't spray down on the way down, because then it would wipe it down, and if it holds it at the bottom of the window, as soon as the wiper arm comes back up, then all that blows up on the windshield again. That's why they do that. But there's just not enough time for this windshield washer fluid to actually do its work and sit on the stuff and soak in for a second or so. So that kind of sucks. So this whole windshield wiper washing situation kind of sucks and is annoying. And well, because it's so huge, you need an extended stick squeegee thing to actually clean this windshield. And that's usually not at the gas stations. Most gas stations just provide a short stick because, yeah, nobody has such a huge windshield on a car usually, right? So yeah, this whole thing needs improvement and kind of sucks at times. It creates another problem too, because in here, up in here, that's where the camera sits. And because it doesn't get the windshield clean up here, guess what? Now the sun shines in it, it creates shadows for the camera. The camera thinks it's raining, and on a beautiful day like today, if we turn the cruise control on, the wiper will come on. And it's dry wiping, and it does that all the time, and it's so annoying. And then to turn the wiper off, I usually just press here real quick, and as you press there, the menu pops up, and you can either tap off or you could use the scroll wheel to turn it off at that point. But it just sucks and doesn't make us happy at all. I want to give a huge shout out to EVJect real quick for keeping my daughter, my wife, and me safe while we're traveling and charging at superchargers. If you're not familiar with EVJect, go check out our video so you can see what it's all about, because this allows you to drive away from a supercharger while you're plugged in an emergency situation. And everyone needs an EVJect. And use our coupon code RMTFamily for a minimum of 25% off. EVJect quite frequently runs some additional promotions, and then you get even more off with our code. So use our code RMTFamily. Down below in the description there is a link for EVJect, and go get yourself an EVJect so you, your family, your kids, your friends can be safe while you're traveling and charging your EV. Another big problem with the truck is back here. And there's always the worry about water getting in with the tonneau cover here. And actually, that hasn't really been a problem for us. We really did not get any water in here. Now, what we get, well, look at all this dust. So we drive a lot on dirt roads, gravel roads here. They're pretty common in Montana. Those are county roads, and ignore my mess. Sorry, it is a work truck, okay? So we do work. But what do you notice when you look in here? It's not black, it's like brown, yellowish. Look at all that dust everywhere. Tons of dust. So you can see there, if you can see that, there are some streaks along the front here. There are these streaks, so there is some moisture that gets in and comes down. Doesn't really create the problem, and that is car wash, heavy rains, I mean, but it's very minimal. Other than that, this stays dry, and you can see how dry this stays. It's all dusty in here. So the problem is we get dust in here, tons of dust. So just like if we're going grocery shopping and we throw the groceries in the back here, guess what? We drive home, We drive about 1.5 miles, depending on where we're going, 2 miles on a county road. It's gravel. And this dust builds up really, really quick in here. It doesn't take long for that dust to build up. So we throw the groceries in here, we come home, they're covered in dust. This sucks. It literally sucks the dust in. That is the problem. So it's obviously not just coming in where little gaps are, like rainwater would come in, right? Rainwater would flow in through gaps and drop down. But no, it literally sucks the dust into this bed somehow. We don't know where, we don't know how. We'll have Tesla look at this, but I'm sure they're probably not going to find out, because they're just going to rinse it with the hose and then say, oh, well, water doesn't get in, it's fine. Well, it obviously is not. So this is very, very annoying, because yeah, we can't put our groceries back in here or anything we put back in here. Look at this. I mean, this is all covered in dust here. Our chainsaws are covered in dust. You know, the little pressure washer, everything is just fully covered in dust, and that sucks. And we got this nice mat down here. We got this cool rubber mat here. Look, I mean, this is supposed to be black, right? But it's not, it's brown. And this rubber mat is from EVBASE, and there's also a link down below in the description. Go check them out. They have the rubber mats that fit perfect for your Cybertruck, for the bed, for the front. They got the mats for inside. They got a ton of other Tesla accessories. Go check them out. I mean, they're super made here. There's a little thing right here so you can reach under and lift up. They have the cutouts right there, so if you put the hooks in there on the bed floor, you can put those hooks. Also, they put a seam right there so that when you lift up here, it doesn't actually kink the mat and break it. I mean, this is very great. We've been using this mat for quite some time now. Everything we throw in here stays in place. It doesn't slide around. We don't damage the bed, and the things we put in here don't get damaged. So go check that out. That is EVBASE. There's a link down below in the description. Go check them out. They have great Tesla accessories, Cybertruck accessories. So yeah, go check them out if you're looking for anything Tesla accessory. Well, yeah, but this really sucks. So we have to put groceries inside the truck, and yeah, it's kind of sad because we got this big bed and we would like to put stuff back here, and everything we put something in here. Yeah, just about 1 mile on a dirt road, and it's all dusty and no fun whatsoever. And that may not be a problem for you because you never drive on dusty roads, but if you're on a long road trip, you may get some of this anyway. Some road grime, some dust may get in there, and yeah, that shouldn't be like that. I'm happy the way it keeps water out. That was really never an issue, but the dust really sucks. The Cybertruck has a bunch of cameras, and that is great. You got the forward cameras, the backward cameras. You can get to see, you can switch it on the screen. That's all cool. But so here, your backup camera right here is it's great. It works great for hooking up the trailer. Once you figured out how you need to look at it, you can actually just back up and stuff. Yeah, works really good. And the front camera works great when you're in tight spaces or going up and down hills where you really can't see. So then you can use the front camera down there. And that front camera has a washer. So far, in all these miles that we've been driving, I never needed to wash this camera. There was never anything on it. That was never a problem. On the other hand, in the back, the backup camera, it gets dirty all the time, to the point where you can't see anything. But it doesn't have a washer. I think the washer is needed back here and not in the front. I do understand it's a little bit difficult with the tailgate to get a washer in there, but that is where the washer is needed, not in the front. We have the same, I mean, every backup camera here in our Model S, same thing on our Model 3. Same thing, the backup camera always gets nasty and you can't wash it. So you gotta go back there and clean it with your finger or something before you can even back up. So that sucks too, especially on the truck here. That should have a washer back here. I don't know that it needs the one in the front. Like I said, we actually never needed the camera in the front. Or it was never blocked when we needed it. It was always clean enough, but the backup camera, not so much on the other hand. And this is another problem. This may only be our truck. I don't know. Let me know if you own a Cybertruck, if you experience the same problem we do. But this door here, I don't know, it's not like the door rattles, but the door panel kind of rattles or thumps, and the mirror glass vibrates all the time. There's a vibration here. I can feel a light vibration here in the steering wheel at times, and something's going on here with vibrating. And I already had it in at Tesla. They pulled this door panel off, put it back on, added an additional noise in there. So instead of making it better, it basically got worse. But it is weird. This just kind of, it's affected, it seems like it, by air and wind. So as we're going down the road at, well, in Montana, it's 80 miles an hour on the interstate. This here is really bad, vibrating. And so when I got the 2 bottles down in there, holy crap, that's pretty noisy. So I got to usually pull them out because it's really annoying, and it's kind of a thumping noise, weird, and the mirror kind of vibrates, and they couldn't figure it out. They said the wheels were out of balance, so they balanced the wheels. They checked for the foam inside to make sure the foam isn't loose. But yes, they balanced the wheel. They said, oh yeah, I was way off. It changed after that a little bit, so maybe they were off a little bit. But the vibration thing changed, but this really didn't change here, and this is pretty annoying. This can get pretty loud. It is hard to record, unfortunately, but yeah, even on a test drive, when I took the technician on a test drive, he didn't really get to hear the full blast of it because it was not windy at all. If there is any wind, this will be really loud. So air somehow gets in the door, affects the door, sucks on the door. So it has to do with aerodynamics of this vehicle, which, yeah, if you look at it, it's kind of odd in regards to aerodynamics anyway. And then we got the big old windshield wiper right here. That probably affects it too. That's maybe why it's only on this side and not on that side. So that is maybe only our truck here anyway. That is possible. So let me know if you own a Cybertruck and it does the same weird thing where this kind of thumps, or it's just a weird noise. Yeah, so these are all these bad things that I can think of right now. And yes, you might say, oh, this is not so bad or whatever. Yeah, it's all, you can live with all of that. I mean, you can live with many things, but should we have to live with it? No, they should improve quite a few of those things. So let me know what you think about these issues. Do you have the same issues? Do you have similar issues with another vehicle? Do you drive another pickup truck that has issues like this, or do you have Cybertruck that has issues like this, or what other issues, what bugs you? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm really interested what you think about all this. So now it's time to put this beast to work. Well, it's not a cyber beast, it's only a dual motor, by the way. But it is a beast for towing and stuff. We've been enjoying the truck overall, and we do not regret purchasing this truck at all. No, we love it. Even my 16-year-old daughter loves to drive this truck because it handles so nicely. She likes to drive this better than the Rivian. She likes to drive this better than the Model S we have. The only one she likes better than this is the Model 3 because it's that much smaller, and she is only 16 and just been driving for a year, and she's little anyway, and so she likes the little car. But yes, she likes this. This is her second choice right here before anything else for driving that we have. So all right, well, let me know down below in the comments what you think. Make sure to give us a thumbs up for this video and every other video you watch from us. Also, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. If this was your first video with us here, click on our channel icon and go look at all the other videos we have. We have tons of videos, lots of road trip videos, and these road trip videos, they contain a lot of great information, especially as issues come up while traveling. We address them right there. We tell you how to solve it, what we done, what's going on. So there's a lot to learn in there, especially if you're new to EVs. Watch those road trip videos. There's so much information in there. We also have other videos where we test things. We test certain products. We install certain accessories, so you get a little info there. Yeah, tons of different information. So go check that out. And as I said, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. And well, I hope to see you in the next video. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.